Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. Today, I actually have something that isn't so different from a couple of the past videos. Another Supercross track. This one is supposed to be the 2023, I think, Indianapolis track map. So that's the one we're playing right now. It looks like they just used the track map and then upgraded the hell out of it, I'd assume. Like, I don't know what the whole deal is on this one, but a couple of things that we're going to do in this video. Ride and kind of review this track and how good it is. I've already ridden it quite a little bit, can't lie. And also be going over Beta 18 changes, updates, and just info on Beta 18 that comes along with this game. We're on Beta 17 right now. I think we're getting pretty close to Beta 18 days. So can't wait for the big update, but obviously we have a few things to talk about. If you guys haven't already, I'll talk to you guys about or if you guys haven't seen the notes and patches and the updates, all the information already, I will happily brief you guys here. Probably be pretty soon, as I'll just go over the track really quickly. Next time around, I'm thinking I will go over the track, and just some things to remember about the Beta 18 is some of them are minor and probably could have been working on other things, but probably has been working on other things, and probably still working on it, as it probably could prove to be difficult. So if you guys wanted the hill physics or whatever you guys wanted fixed, probably could be a big fix and just couldn't come out with it in time for it to be ready with Beta 18. So something just to remember. And there's always updates as the game goes on. It's not like Beta 18's final, or it's going to be there for a year before the next update. It'll be here for a while, I'd assume. But I don't know how long exactly. But yeah, these whoops. We'll start off talking about the track with these whoops. Those whoops, I guess. We're not even in the whoops anymore. I don't know. They're just easy, I guess. There's a lot of triples out of the corners in this one. There's a lot of scaling that's just different than usual. You kind of have to learn on where to go. Like, this is a little bit shorter, and then this one right here, it's a bit fun actually, going on off, and then going up across, and then going on off again. Kind of have to slow it down, and then triple out here. And then this, you really have to kind of watch your pace on, and then this one's also really easy, so kind of just have to watch out where you're going, but that's about it. Like I said, those whoops are very easy. And then just another corner, I guess. Nothing really special about that. This triple's actually pretty short. It might look a little bit deceiving on video or whatever, but when you play the game, if you guys play the track, with the description, the track is in the description. You guys would like to play the track, heads up, letting you guys know it is a little bit deceiving. So is that. I mean, it's very short, it's very easy to make. If you guys are struggling with that, then I don't know what to tell you. Then you just gotta get better. Wasn't in third when I landed there. Probably need to be. A lot of things like that, like little things like that, matter a lot in Supercross. Like, heading into this doesn't really matter as long as you just clear the first triple, whether or not you are in first or second or third gear, really doesn't matter. And then these sort of whoops, definitely third gear whoops, but I do tend to enter them in second sometimes. Doesn't really matter a whole bunch, just how much of a drive you go into them with, and you can carry speed throughout them, no matter what. But yeah, these triples right there are pretty easy, and then this one, pretty fun, but I do make sure to stand up on the lip on the takeoff. It just is a little bit of a kicker, so if you can stand up, kind of balance yourself. We'll see if we can even manage to get over that. We can't. Still just jump into here and go for that triple. Like I said, it's pretty easy. Head into this corner and up over. And there is another track out by the time I am recording this. It'd be 2020 MXGP of Turntino. I can't remember which one it's called. Something like that. Turntino. I don't remember, like I said, but new MXGP tracks out. That'll probably be my next video. And then I'm not going to do another video on the track maps unless I'm out of ideas. And I guess we'll see how that one goes if we ever get to it, because I have a couple different ideas instead of just blatantly playing all the tracks, because it kind of gets boring that way. So we'll see where we're at if we ever get to that point. Hopefully we don't, but you never know. We can go on a little bit of a dry spell with tracks here in no time. It doesn't really, like, it's not really unexpected or expected even, but yeah, it's just not anything like that. And then there's another track out, guy's first track. It's really good, but it just doesn't work with the tires, so it's kind of a pain to ride. But for a first track, it's pretty good. I mean, I would ride it on my free time. It's very creative. It's big imagination, so I'd like to see that, and hopefully it continues to come out with tracks. But right now we're rolling on this one right here. Like I said, link is down in the description if you guys want to get it yourselves, as we will hop in and start talking about beta 18. Like I said, we are in beta 17, so the next big update will probably be beta 18. And I have all of the little things up on my screen. If you guys want, I mean, like, I'll see, you know, I'm sorry if you guys wanted it on your screen. Really, I don't really, I mean, I can do it if I wanted to, but I'll see how I'm feeling when I'm editing this video to see if I want to put it on there. But yeah, so new things that are coming out in the game, coming along with beta 18, is more realistic lighting. As I was looking at the little pad, my notepad over here, is more realistic lighting. So like just different. I guess it's just what it is. More realistic lighting. It's not really much to touch on there for me, but do with your imagination as you wish with whatever that means. I'm assuming that we'll just get, you know, more, like, just a little bit better. Like, you don't have to use shaders, but I tend to use shaders. The game is a lot better with shaders in my opinion, so hopefully a little bit of that goes into a fix. So yeah, on to the next one, I guess. External view distance height settings. So if you are in this view, you guys can move your camera up and down, depending on how high or wherever you want it or like it. I think that's really cool, considering you can already do it in these two views, the static onboard and the dynamic onboard. Both of them you can move how high you are and how far forward and back you are, which I think is a really good plus to the game, but not much on third person. Third person is kind of just third person. So let's also go on to the next one, external view follow bike option. So I don't know what that exactly means. In the onboard views, there is a lock to bike setting. I'm curious if it's going to be like that where it says follow bike. I'm not sure exactly what that all means with the whole follow bike part, but should be interesting. And it, like I said, it's just optimizing more settings for the external view, which I know quite a bit of people play actually in third person. I did for like my first 600 hours on the game, maybe, if not more. So a lot of hours on external. Didn't really have a problem with it, but it's cool that they're coming out with more settings for it. I think that's pretty cool and fun. And then we will go ahead and look at the next one. Brake volume setting. Brakes volume setting. I was trying to look at the track and that at the same time. Not a good idea, but especially where I chose to do it. Not the greatest. But brake volume setting, super happy. So if you guys know, the brakes in this game are very loud at times. Like if you actually play with your volume pretty high, it can get annoying very fast. You can hear that right there. And it's just kind of, I don't use my brakes like too often, other than like when I'm in air, or I really have to stop for a corner, but you guys, like, it's just not all bikes squeak, you know? I have a 2000 and, like, oh crap, is mine a 2009? I can't even remember why. It's been so long since I've ridden my bike or ordered parts for it, so, I don't even remember the year. I think it's a 2009. I could be mistaken, though. It could be like an '05 or something. But, or an '07. I think it might be an '07 or an '09. But, yeah, mine doesn't even squeak, so, yeah, I mean, it's just not annoying in the game, but it's just something in the game, you know? And then, separate terrain details. I sound like a head ass reading all this. I sound dumb as hell. But, separate terrain detail settings. So, I'm guessing what we're going to see is, like, people are going to have objects on the track, say, like, trees, bushes, and just stuff out in the terrain. Yeah, I'm assuming that we'll get, like, different depth options, or like how far out we want to like mesh quality, like, you know what I'm saying, like just different. I don't know if you guys have played many other games like Rust or like Minecraft, where you can have a lot of optimization with what's good and what's not. I'm not sure how much we're gonna have, how many settings we're gonna have for that, but definitely helpful to have that in general. Those way that way those lower end PCs, which I used to have, recently upgraded, and it just, I can understand, you know, it's just, if it's an issue, probably something you want to put in the game anyways. So and it's one of those where it's a lot of lower end PC players do tend to play. So not saying that all MXBikes players are brokies or anything like that, but I'm just saying. But, next, bike reset delay server options. Oh, hang on. I gotta take a closer look at this one. Let me use my loud brakes, slow her down. So, bike reset delay server options. Do with that as you will. I have no idea. Bike, hang on. Bike reset delay. Oh. Server options. I know what it means. So, if I crash, which I'm trying to do, so if I'm down in a casual server, someone can control how long it takes for me to get up, which is very interesting. I'm assuming that's what that is. Don't take my word for it 100%. But I think that that could be it, and you can kind of, if depending on the server, it could be 3 seconds or however long. So, it is a little interesting, and I'm curious what they're going to do if that is the case scenario, if that's what the setting means. I'm curious what they're going to do for the aerial races and stuff like that. It is going to be a little funky, but it is kind of a big change, something new, I guess. And then terrain and deformation UI settings, user interface. So terrain deformation settings. So that's cool. Really happy about that. I think that that's giving us our own, like, you know how some tracks rut worse than others, some tracks rut, I mean, a lot better, but, yeah, we'll get our own user interface, setting for that, so we can really control all that from one place. Alright, and, sorry for that. I don't know if I actually did or finished the whole terrain deformation, but I'm guessing that we'll have like something that you can ramp up the deformation setting and something that can kind of slow it down. Like you can already, but you have to go into your files and like profile and just move some stuff around. So it's a little bit complicated right now, but it sounds like he's going to make that a little bit more simple. And then next we have option to remap escape key. So this little pause menu that comes up when you hit your escape key, you can put that onto your controller. I'm guessing that you still have to use your mouse regardless, but you can just turn your pause button into something else. But I don't know if you can use like your controller, your joysticks, or your D-pad to move around on the menu. So it's a little bit different. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll see when it comes out, like everything and how it works. I will probably do a video on testing everything that's new in beta 18, and just kind of going over everything again. But yeah, this also is a good thing, because like if you're in the middle of something and someone barges in with a question, or you have to go do chores, or whatever it is. You just want to go hit it. You don't have to reach all the way down to your keyboard. So us lazy people are a little bit more in favor in that situation. So like to see that. Also, next up, fixes is the fork simulation. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing it's going to compress a little bit differently in different areas. So I'm guessing he's going to try to like fix like, I guess, the balance of the forks. I don't know what exactly that means, like the simulation part of it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it's a suspension fix sort of deal. Kind of keep the bike a little bit more realistically moving. Like if the bike moves just a little bit better. Slow speed or leg animation. So if you are going super slow, we all know how the physics can get. We call them slow physics here in the MX Bikes community. Very annoying. I'm not sure how major of a fix that this will be, but I'm sure that it's a step in the right direction. It's just good to see that he's addressing something that we've been needing, using, you know, everyone's feedback for, I mean, like years now. It's like when you get super slow, your turning gets really sensitive, and everything gets sensitive, really. So it's very hard for newer players who aren't going fast to kind of get the feel for going slow first. It's just hard as a new player to do that. You kind of have to skip a couple of stages of like the average learning. It's the first simulation game I've ever played, and to learn it was very difficult, very difficult. Contemplating getting MX Sim a few thousand times just to realize that that one's harder than MX Bikes to kind of learn on and figure everything out. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit difficult the way that it is right now with learning the game. Ugh, excuse me, learning the game. But go on to the next one: terrain layers and deformation. There is going to be new deformation settings. So how the track deforms and kind of deteriorates over time will be a little bit different. And I know that it will look a lot better as well. It'll look really real. Saw a sneak peek of it. There's a little image. I don't know if I can find it anymore, but saw it and it looked really, really good. Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to see it. But yeah, just expect kind of a positive right there with the whole terrain deformation stuff. That is really good news, because sometimes you find yourself getting stuck in a rut and then you really just you can't do anything, or your front wheel gets sucked into it, or just stuck anyways, or we see some game crashes come from it. So yeah, this one is a little bit of a longer video, and I'm sorry for that, but I didn't know it was going to be this long. Also, live race classification. I don't know what that means either. Live race classification. So I'd have to assume, if it's a fix, that it's like timing and scoring as you're going during the race. So I'm curious how they're going to do it differently, but all of us people with max HUD, sorry, I was itching my nose. If all of us with max HUD, you know how when you're in a race, you can see the oh my goodness, you can see on the left side what my time is right now at the 47.948, and yeah, that's basically what they're talking about. And during a race, you could see the leader's best laps, and sometimes it gets bugged out, and then how far everyone is down to the leader. So it'll be a little bit weird, but we have seen some bugs with that, so it'll be nice to see that be fixed, if that's what it is even talking about. So moving on to the next one: dedicated server track list loop. Dedicated server tracks list loop. So I'm guessing that people with dedies, as we call them, dedicated servers, like you can go into race and try to find servers. I'm guessing that the servers will automatically change, and they can put some maps on the loop, like some tracks, different tracks. Like say you wanted this track, Then you wanted one of the new MXGP tracks, and then you wanted Cardiff, the new WSX World Supercross track. You can probably put those on loops, just alternate over time, I guess. I don't know. It sounds like a good idea, but not really familiar with the whole dedicated server part of this game. I will not be honest, or I will not lie. And then rider font selection. So I'm curious if that means that he will make rider fonts himself, or if he'll just make that category usable, because right now rider fonts really suck, and they don't work. So hopefully he will be fixing that. I don't really use them anyways, but I know for the casual player that uses them, might be nice to have different fonts and some mods you can go download, just like any other track, but in the UI or the miscellaneous. There's a new file that he came out with that you can put new bike fonts into, and those work just fine. So yeah, if you guys want to go look at that, there's also some on the mod page already out for your bike. You can put like Supercross numbers on it. It's very nice, I guess. And then moving on to what's next here. Terrain, nope, I already went over that. UI, user interface, lists, sort, showdown. So I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna skip right over that. UI pull down search box. So I also don't know what that'll, I mean, put into the game. Obviously that there'll be a search bar that you can pull up and do something on, but I don't know if you're gonna be searching for tracks or bikes or whatever it is. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. And then onto the last thing, transparent surface rendering error. I don't know what that means. It's a fix. I'm sure that track creators might understand it, but I have heard of a couple of bugs with that sort of deal. Something with different layers and how deformation works and how it's different on some tracks, and how you need to put some like layers of whatever just to make sure it doesn't happen. I know that there's like a minor bug around there, but I don't know if really affects the casual player, kind of the map creators, or what it really does. So those last three are kind of clueless to me. I sound really dumb and uneducated, but yeah, it's hard looking from one monitor over to the other without crashing or trying not to. But yeah, that'll probably do it for me. Sorry for the long video. I didn't even realize it was going to be this long. So yeah, that'll do it for me. Hopefully you guys liked the video and subscribe. A lot of new things to look forward to. If you did enjoy the video, like I said, make sure to leave a like. Helps me out with the algorithm. And then yeah, if you did end up enjoying the video, want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. Almost daily videos. I think I take Sundays off. Well, Sunday uploads are off. I record Sunday, but yeah, you guys understand, hopefully. If not, don't worry about it too much. Yeah, that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.